So, good morning. And again, good morning. Today, we are going to talk about the 29.
I'ma shut it down.
Or the novel coronavirus. This virus is identified as the cause of outbreak of respiratory illness in Wuhan, China. And many of the patients reportedly had some link to a large seafood animal market, yeah, which suggests to a animal to person spread. And we all know that China is also known for eating like delicacies, like exotic foods. They like to eat like bats, worms, and some, yeah. So now that we have talked about the nCoV, or the novel coronavirus, its origin, where did it came from, how can we possibly get it, I'm going to share tips on how to prevent getting infected. First is wash your hands frequently with soap and water. And if the dirt is not visible, you can apply alcohol. So I have alcohol with me. I've been bringing this for quite some time. It's almost empty and I've been using this. And why you should always clean your hands and put alcohol, because this eliminates the virus that is possibly in your hands. So the second one is to observe respiratory hygiene. So for example, if you are coughing or sneezing, you can you can cover your mouth with tissue, or if you don't have like this or something, if you don't have tissue, you can use your arms like this when you cough. And please don't face to other people. Just cover your mouth or whole face if possible if you are coughing. So number 3 is maintain social distance. Like, you have to distance yourself 1 meter or 3 feet from other people. Why? Because it is possible that when other people coughs or sneeze and they're not covering their mouth, you're not protected too. You're not wearing any mask like this, face mask. You can possibly breathe in the virus that is in their cough. Yes.
Wuhan coronavirus is the same thing as novel coronavirus, is the same thing as Wuhan coronavirus, is the same thing as Wuhan seafood market pneumonia virus, because we do not know what to call it. It's also that 2019 nCoV for coronavirus. All of these are synonyms. Okay, give me a word that's a synonym to synonym. Okay, that's a good question for you to answer in the comment section. First cases of the Wuhan coronavirus were reported on December 31st, 2019. The initial source is still unknown. Some people argue it's the seafood in one of the markets, but it's doubted because other people who had no contact whatsoever with that market developed the coronavirus. Snakes are probable reservoir, but still we do not know. Human-to-human transmission is possible. Until January 22nd, 2019, it's not considered as a PHEIC by the World Health Organization. What the flip is PHEIC? A public health emergency of international concern. So in other words, it's considered an emergency in China, but not worldwide yet. Look, folks, newspapers love hysteria, epidemics, outbreaks, all of this, because they get to sell more newspapers and they get you to click more on their articles. So, but just to put things into perspective, the number of deaths from various causes from 29th of December to the 23rd of January, not 29th, it's actually like, let's say, 31st or something. It doesn't matter that much. From heart disease, more than 1 million people died from heart disease. How about car accidents? 90,000. HIV, 49,000. Influenza virus, 38,000. The Wuhan coronavirus, 25 until this moment. But you will never hear about this tomorrow when you read the newspaper because it does not sell enough papers. You will hear about the Wuhan coronavirus and how the world is coming to an end and humanity as we know it is toast. But as of this moment, you're way more likely to die from heart disease than from any coronavirus. But if you watch the news 24/7, this will increase your stress levels, which is correlated with heart disease. You're not helping anybody. And please remember Ebola. Remember when people were angry at former President Obama? They said, "Hey, President Obama, you should do something. You should ban all flights." Ban all flights? Okay, it's true that Jeffrey and his buddies are going to the beach in an airplane. It's also true that little Carol is going to see her grandma. But it's also true that there is a neurosurgeon who's flying to save about 3 to 4 kids' lives. There is also a psychiatrist who is going to talk to some patients who are suicidal. When you ban all flights, you might do more harm than good. But aren't you aware, Medicosis, that China has closed down some transport? Yeah, I know it happened in some cities, not the entire country. First, we do not know yet. It might be a good idea, it might be a bad idea. It might be a good idea for China, but a bad idea for another country. I don't know, I'm not an expert on these issues, so please take my words with a grain of salt. If you have any symptoms, please talk to your doctor. And as I say, one disclaimer a day keeps the lawyer at bay. Here's a great quote from the genius Dr. Thomas Sowell. There are no solutions in life, only trade-offs. Everything will have some desired effects and some side effects. And here are some great words from the insufferable Z-Dog MD. I'm kidding, he's a great person. While Ebola's bad, let's not forget the score. C. diff, staph, and flu already kill way more. So instead of Ebola, you can say, while Corona's bad, let's not forget the score. C. diff, staph, and flu already kill way more. Okay, Medicosis, so what's your prediction about the Wuhan virus? It's difficult to make predictions, especially about the future. Let's see what happened when some people made some smart predictions. I will take even money that England will not exist in the year 2000. We are in 2020 and right now people in England are watching this video. He is a professor at Stanford, which tells you something. He is also the author of the famous book, The Population Bomb, which has lots of false predictions. Here is another wrong prediction by another Paul. By 2005 or so, it will be clear that the internet's impact on the economy has been no greater than the fax machines. But he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics, which tells you something. Okay, you're not funny, Medicosis. Please tell us, what can we do? You take control of that which you can control. If someone came to me and asked, give me just one health advice that will have the greatest impact on the average person, the answer is wash your hands. So here is what you can do according to the World Health Organization. Wash your hands, cover your mouth while coughing or sneezing because it's disgusting. Stop it, people. Avoid close contact with patients. Seek medical care if you have noticed any symptoms. Avoid direct contact with live animals. Avoid consumption of raw or undercooked animal products. I know that the rare steaks looks pink and amazing, but it's not safe, man. Also, please remember that risk equal hazard times probability. And while this coronavirus seems relatively hazardous, with a case fatality rate of about 3 to 4%, the probability of you developing this infection is extremely rare until this moment. In the next video, we will continue our rheumatology playlist. We'll talk about management of rheumatoid arthritis. We shall discuss the small molecule inhibitors, such as the famous tufasitinib. Who named these things? Speaking of pharmacology, until the end of January, you can get a 60% discount towards my antibiotics lectures. Go to my medicosisprofessionalis.com website. Use the promo code antibiotics60. You will love it. And this is Linda, by the way. She's a nun and she represents clindamycin. And And this is the red man in the van down by the river, representing red man syndrome, which happens with vancomycin. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and click on the join button. You can follow me on all of these platforms and LinkedIn and TikTok. And you can support the channel on Patreon or PayPal. Here is my email. Here is my website. Thank you so much for watching. As always, be safe, stay happy, and study hard. This is Medicosis Perfectionalis, where medicine makes perfect sense. I wish you the best of luck.